Yo, this your boy Virgo Kaiju with the Kaiju Bros here to serve you up our review of Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 is a highly anticipated title from Platinum Games with a lot of hype and controversy surrounding it. I know myself, I've been looking forward to this game since I beat Bayonetta 2 and felt that emptiness inside. But Bayo's back, hoes mad, so let's start the review, baby. The story revolves around Bayonetta as she zips across the multiverse on her own little Marvel-inspired endgame. Instead of focus on Paradise and Inferno like the other games, this game's setting is mostly on Earth, better yet, the multiverse. At the very beginning, you run into the antagonist this time around, Singularity, who's the cause of you having to run around the multiverse. The game sets the grim tone very early while also introducing the secondary protagonist, Viola, a young girl from a different time who has some mysterious ties to Bayonetta, and the game does do a decent job towards the end explaining who she is. You learn much more of the story reading the profiles of the characters in this game compared to the others. If you're a lore buff like myself, I do not advise you skipping them. Read everything. I enjoy the game's story a lot, and the concept of a mad AI gone crazy really does it for me when it comes to villains. Story's crazy, over the top, It's a Bayonetta story through and through. Like it, dislike it, they're still fun to be had. The locations are very beautiful themselves. You have what it seems to be ancient China, the busy streets of Shibuya, the golden oasis known as Egypt, last but not least, the very beautiful Paris at night. Comic books fans unite, this is one hell of a crisis on Infinite Earths. Let's talk a little about the visuals. While the Switch isn't known to be a graphical powerhouse, it does have a few titles that pushes its performance to its max, with Octopath Traveler, Astro Chain, and Doom Eternal to name a few. Portable mode isn't the greatest to look at, but it is Bayonetta on the go, so take it or leave it. Docked mode is a way better experience. It plays the game at around 810p while trying its best to keep combat segments running at 60 frames per second. Only really dropping to 30 frames per second for certain boss segments and cutscenes. The game looks great, honestly. You got your variety of colors, you got your backdrops going on, plenty of special effects, so the eye candy is here. I want to also add, I'm not a graphics guy. I'm more of a, if the game plays like it should and I'm having fun with it, that's all that matters. Just a little side note. Let's touch up on audio a little bit, shall we? I really like the sound of Bayonetta 3. Coming from Bayonetta 2, which has my favorite soundtrack amongst the franchise, I was wondering how could they outdo themselves when it comes to music. Whether it's the character themes, chase music, fight music, or just the atmospheric music that's going on in the background, my worries were quickly alleviated once I finished this game. The music is phenomenal. The theme of the final boss itself is art, and I still listen to it to this very day. Every weapon has its own unique sound effect. I like hearing the air slices when it comes to the faster weapons. The bigger weapons feel heavy and they have that impact to it that's really important to have when you're trying to build atmosphere. Bad sound effects can make or break a game. We all know this. The game does not lack at all in the sound department, and there's enough effects and music to keep your ears stimulated for the entirety of your playtime, I guarantee you. Next, my favorite part, gameplay. I'm a big fan of the hack and slash genre, with Platinum's titles being some of my favorites. When playing, the areas seem much more open than previous titles. One thing I noticed, the game took a lot of inspiration from previous game Astro Chain, which is phenomenal, by the way, and if you haven't played it, you should really give it a chance. You're missing out. The Demon Slave system feels a lot like the Legion. The main difference this time around is that you'll be summoning demons, which give fights a bigger scale and helps with the lore of Bayonetta feeling very powerful. After playing, I really wanted to play Astro Chain again, I'm not gonna lie. Once again, great game. The loop hasn't very changed much. You'll be collecting things, you'll be fighting mobs and enemies, you'll be backtracking to make sure you found every little interaction on the level, for those completionists out there. This game has a lot of weapons to choose from, the most in the franchise if I remember correctly. The weapon has its respective demon for combat and traversal, which is a pretty cool addition to the series. I like it a lot. Combat is very addicting, and mastering the flow between attacking and dodging, while also summoning your demons to look flashy and powerful, really gives this franchise a new coat of paint it deserves. No Bayonetta is like the last. A lot of purists say Bayo 1's the best. I'm a Bayo 2 enjoyer. But Bayonetta 3 is far from lackluster. I want to take a short time to mention Viola's combat. Viola, while feeling a little bit more limited compared to Bayonetta, has her own style when it comes to combat. Instead of dodging, you'll be doing more blocking and parrying. She only has one weapon, but she has the most important weapon. She's a katana user, so weebs unite. Her demon summoner Cheshire, while its range being a little bit more limited, has so much personality that It makes picking Viola a lot of fun. The game has plenty of hours when it comes to replayability. Mastering the combat, the characters, finding all the secrets, all the collectibles, searching for every enemy encounter and grinding out those pure platinums. You'll easily find hours upon hours of replayability, I guarantee it. I easily recommend this game to anyone who's a fan of hack and slashes. For me, the game is easily a 7 out of 10. Once again, this has been your boy Virgo Kaiju from the Kaiju Bros. We stream a lot on Twitch. Random at this time, schedule coming soon. I appreciate you guys for watching the video to the end. Leave a like, subscribe if you want, you know, all that good YouTube mumbo jumbo. Kaiju Bros out this boy, baby.